and I stumbled upon a video, and I was genuinely shocked, like genuinely shocked to see the video. And I was like, "Oh shit, that's my teacher, Miss Scott." And she happened to make a video or do a video with PBS, like the I don't know what it's I don't know what PBS stands for, but it's more of like the group of not group of anything, but it's just like PBS, like PBS Kids and shit. But like PBS also shows like creatives and everything, So I wanted to give this video a chance and have my thoughts and opinions on it because one, that is my high school art teacher who showed me a lot about art, from Keith Haring to Basquiat to Andy Warhol and many more. And she's another driving force that like didn't like my art didn't die in high school. Like it just kept going and kept going and kept going till to it is to what it is right now.
If I'm not
So
human,
what the fuck?
what am I?
So like to see her being, I don't know what the video is. I just know it's just like, I guess her background on art and what she's making and all of that in the making. So that's what it's a series on TV on PBS called In the Making. So apparently she's a part of that. And yeah. So we gonna get right into it. We gonna get right into it and let's see what Miss Scott got going on for herself now. I know she's a really good artist, and she tells a lot of good stories, and continues to tell stories about culture, black people in America, and is relaying, is giving the message, and is conveying the best message that she can, and it shows through all her work that I've seen since graduating high school. It's 2025, and she's still thriving. So it's dope to see. One day I would love to go see her, an exhibit with her stuff in it, and like her being there. That's just dope. Wait, hold on, let me make sure. Okay.
When I go into my studio, most times I don't go in with an idea of what I want to do.
Miss
So I
Scott.
take up
It's
a
Miss
space for
Scott.
myself to sit still, to ground
I'm so
myself.
happy. It's Miss Scott.
I sit in that spot actually until something hits me. Some people don't believe in spirits. I believe in them. I am this type of person where I feel them, I sense them. I don't hear them, but I know they're there and they're present in my studio with me. My name is Danielle Scott. I am a storyteller. I am
Yee.
a mother. I am a teacher, a mentor, and I am a mixed media assemblage artist, trying to be a voice
Bro, her
of
art is so
those
good.
who have passed away and their stories and voices have power.
Yo, her kids got big. Her kids got big. That's such a blessing, bro. This dude right here is yoked. Holy shit.
If you don't know where you came from, then you don't know where you are, and you can't find out where you're going.
Chat, hold on, chat. I ain't gonna lie. I know, like this ain't like like the ordinary, cup of tea for anybody here. But if you just if you just chilling and you appreciate me being, me, and you vibe with me, just vibe with me on this situation right here, because this is what I genuinely like and this is what I love. So when it comes to art and it comes to people that inspired me, we gonna lock in. We gonna lock in, chat, please. All right.
When I think of telling stories of ancestors, I think of the many stories that are hidden because the truth is something that makes people uncomfortable.
Very true.
When I first started off as an artist, I played it very safe with oil paintings. But when I went back home to Cuba, I realized that a lot of Afro Cuban artists, they create with no boundaries. I walked around and I was like, oh my God, the things that the artists are collecting and putting together are things that I have it in my sketchbook, I have it in my studio. And that's what made me start thinking, why am I hiding what I actually want to say? And it's something in me that's
That's
telling
deep.
me to say it.
That's deep.
The way in which I pick archival images is I can look through 1,000 images, but some of them pick me. So when they
Mm.
call me, is when I say, okay, let's honor you and who you are and actually gather as much information I
Oh
can
wow.
about you to share.
So she really dives in, like dives in on the coach, like on the people that she. That's fire. That's fire.
With the world.
That is so dope.
So now I'm combining the archival work with my
With
oil paintings, and it's starting to make sense. It took time for those to grow together. I am an artist, but I'm also loving that I'm becoming an historian.
that's fire.
Because of them, the series that I'm going to be putting together, I had to think to myself, this actual series is bigger than me.
Mm. Okay, okay, Miss
The
Scott, what we talking about?
painting will have a cotton field at the bottom. So you see me starting to put in the cotton field. But behind it, you see all of the names of everyone who picked cotton, how old
Oh
they were,
shit.
how much they picked that day, if they actually ran away, if they were sick.
Wow.
3 years ago, I went.
Yo, low key, I didn't even know they did stuff like that. Wow, I didn't even know like they. I know they did stuff like that. Let me let's not be ignorant here. I'm saying like I didn't know like the field guys were like tallying how many people picked you know
To a plantation in Mississippi,
stuff in
and
like
I
in the
decided I
plantation.
wanted to pick cotton.
Whoa,
And
Miss
I
Scott.
wanted to pick cotton because I want to root myself in what is still there and feel it. And that day I made a promise and I said, I'm going to continue to return. I knew I was never alone on the cotton picking field. They were watching, they were speaking to me, they were talking to me, and I could feel it as I walked the fields, as I picked up cotton. They're still there.
Yo, it's crazy how like
I don't
it's crazy how the world evolved to what it is now. It's like it's crazy. Like people had to get like clothes and materials that way. That's crazy. I don't even know if it was really used for that, but it is just like the way life and people stood up for themselves and shit. It's a blessing to see now. Like it's a blessing to like look back and be like, wow, that's crazy. That's like very traumatic to somebody that some like a lot of family members have to go through like in that time, which is it's crazy.
think we
It's
can
crazy.
escape intergenerational trauma and what families have experienced and what has been passed on.
Yo, telling you,
I think my way of not thinking of it as trauma is kind of to bring light to it, to embrace it, and also to celebrate it in a different way.
Hi, my name is Eden Jesma. I'm Danielle Scott's daughter.
another goat. I think she's doing like
And it's
fashion
top and
too.
bottom.
This one's to the bottom because it
This is
has
the
that line.
that's the bottom. Okay.
She's into fashion. I see
I
her
think this
on
looks good. I
Instagram.
love the pattern of it.
W's W
And
W.
it looks like the clothes that they used to wear, actually, but we're just changing what the bags look like so they can represent people more so than an actual cotton picking bag.
We are collaborating by making cotton picking bags. They are children's size specifically, just because they wouldn't have been automatically seen as being on the field, but they were on the field from ages 6. They were on the field the
Oh
rest of their
wow,
lives from then.
that's so dope.
When I think of my process of being on plantations, I think of they didn't do it alone. They did it as a community. They built a community. They worked together. So this series, I'm collaborating for the first time with my daughter.
Yo, that's so dope, man. That is so dope. What the fuck? That's so dope. Like that is dope. That's all I could say. That shit
The
is
bags
amazing to see.
themselves were 9 feet. You had to pick up to 120 pounds of cotton, front up and
Damn.
down. Children started picking cotton at the early age of 6 years old. It actually looks like a person. The sad part of it is if they couldn't pick their weight, these are the actual scales. They, of course, were going.
Yo, Miss Kyle, you went in a no funny shit. No funny shit. You dead ass went in like a deep wormhole with this. And this is and it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's just like you really did that. Like you have like the actual weight
The
and
sad
like
part of it is if they couldn't pick their weight, these are the actual.
like what? You got like history in your hands. Like that's history. You know. I know people are like, "Yo, what are you talking about?" But it's just like it's history to see. And again, I ain't gonna lie. If this rubs anybody the wrong way, you know, mature. Let's have a mature audience here tonight, please. But like this shit is like beautiful to see.
Scales,
Yo,
they, of course, were going to get whipped.
son.
I'm Jacob Jesma, son of Danielle Scott. In the art piece, They Don't Know Who We Be, it was a piece after, a lot of people of color were getting shot at a certain time, still are actively today.
Mm-hmm.
My mother took a
Oh,
picture of myself and I held a kind of like a cue card in front of me that said son, student, brother,
oh
that people can see
wow.
that I'm more than just like the average statistic.
Ooh, that's a deep one. That's a deep one. Oh, I like that one. That's a deep cut. That's a deep one right there. Like that's like a mm-hmm.
Why are you afraid of them? Why are you turning corners? Why are you crossing streets? Why are you going the other way? When does that change for us? Why can't we just be seen as who we are? And
Yo, low key, that happened to me yesterday. No, that happened to me today actually. Like a white, like I hate to say it, a white dude was walking on the same side of the street as me, and he was coming up, and I was going down. But I crossed the street to go on that side of the street to because obviously the store that I need to go to is there, and I didn't think nothing of it until just now. He literally saw me and walked across the street. Mind you, I'm like, bro, uh, this is what I was wearing all day today. You can't get mad at me. Look at my fit. I can't even harm a fly right now. I'm just saying, like for people to feel like that is crazy to me. It's just crazy. But it's just like, I understand. I understand why people feel like that because that shit is taught, bro. That shit is taught. And the more people stay stuck in that way and be, ignorant towards the things that are moving the culture forward and moving the world forward and helping and loving and caring and nurses, police officers and everybody that's around, you're going to see minorities. So you got to like,
not just be seen for this.
mhm.
My grandmother love roses, so she's being adorned with the roses. Um, I'm identical to her in so many ways, in the way that I look, my mannerisms. And about 11 years
Yeah, Miss Scott, you do look like your grandmama.
ago, I was diagnosed with a disease called keratoconus. So I am legally blind. I have corneal transplants in my eyes because of the disease. So without contacts, I can't see anything. I can see color a little bit, but I can't see anything very close.
Yo, how long did you have this for? Are you telling me you was blind for a long time? And you taught, yo, Miss Scott, I thank you. Really, I really do. I thank you very much. I thank you very much for real, for real.
Or far to me.
I didn't even know that.
I just can't see.
Cause I don't know what year you had it, but I remember you wearing glasses, but I don't think I never seen you with contacts on. Or maybe you did have contacts and I just didn't know.
Yeah, I can't see the colors. That might be it, what I need. Yeah. In me getting diagnosed with keratoconus, the eye doctor asked me to start doing my ancestry. And he said, you
Mm.
know, a lot of my Asian patients have this disease, and I think you should look up your history. We started to pick up on a lot of things.
Damn. Miss Scott.
I think you should look up your history.
Damn, that's a nice bike right there. That's a nice bike. She look
We
like a
started to
Honda.
pick up on a lot of things. And if you look at my grandmother and a lot of my cousins, we notice these things. And because of slavery, you actually don't know where you're from, who could be your ancestor, your grandmother, your grandfather. So this piece
Oh,
is
that's
my
nice.
Polish Jewish grandmother, and she married my Afro-Cuban grandpa. My grandmother was kicked out of her family for loving a man who was not Jewish and who
Mm.
was a man of color. So they
Deep.
took over the house that my great-grandpa owned in Jersey City, and that's where they raised their children.
That's dope.
It's one of my favorite images, actually, of my mom. That's me, and at the time, I was going to public school number 28 in Jersey City.
Oh, that's not there, ain't
I
it?
wasn't born
Or
with a
this the
silver
house?
spoon, but I was born with, like my mom says, a lot of wisdom.
Yo,
I
that's
would
crazy.
find anything and everything to draw with. So I would draw all over the walls. And then finally, my mom went and bought butcher paper from the bodega, and I started to draw on the butcher paper. And I was one of those kids that was distracted, and I would start like bothering people. And the art
Miss
teacher, she
Scott.
tested me. And I did this drawing, and
This guy got
I was
drip. What the
accepted into
fuck?
the artistically talented class. This is the first ever article written on me. So I was in the Star Ledger in high school, and during this time, actually, when this was written, my painting that I did caused a lot of controversy. They
Why?
didn't really want it there, but we got it to the Capitol.
Oh shit. What the
I learned
fuck? Is that the painting exactly? Is that exactly the painting? Cause that's at the Capitol. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like that. I feel like this shit should be titled "That's Crazy." What
they
the
didn't
fuck?
really
Cause I've
want
been
it
saying
there,
this all
but
this whole time.
we got it to
Excuse
the
me.
Capitol. I learned what family is by growing up in the projects. I learned that you don't have to be blood related to be cared for. I
Mm,
learned stories there. I learned from the elders. I learned the stories from the elders. And I think that's why I'm a storyteller now, because
mm.
it is something that I enjoyed. I love that. I loved hearing it and experiencing that.
That's dope.
We live our lives on stages, wondering what is going on.
So I try to surround myself in my studio with things that inspire me. These are things from my trip to Angola. Angola was one of the most spiritual experiences I've had. I was
Talk
there
to me, Miss
for
Scott.
three
Talk to me.
months researching transatlantic slave trade.
Yo, she hitting that.
The universe conspired in bringing Danielle and I together to collaborate with this song called Ships on the Horizon. I was in Angola and I wrote this song in honor of the women who were there before their freedom was taken away. Danielle came up to me after I performed it and she said, I have an exhibit coming up called Ancestral Call, and I would love to have this song be featured. And I said, absolutely.
Yo, the next time Miss Scott got something going on, I wanna attend it. Some way, somehow. Some way, somehow.
Cried in the arms of one of the people at the village, the fishermen. They welcomed me into their home, and I got to touch this washboard. I was so used to seeing washboards on plantations that I actually got to see this washboard in the village. And the mom was speaking to me in Portuguese. And as she was speaking to me in Portuguese, the dad touched my head and he went like this and he said something in Portuguese. And I listened.
Hold on, chat. Give me 1 sec. All right, chat. We are back. All right, back. We are chat. What am I? Why I keep saying that? All right, dyslexia is kicking in for real.
He started picking up what he was saying in Portuguese. Janessa said, you do know what he's saying. And he was saying, your spirit has been here before.
Oh shit.
Why does our history matter today? Because this country was built on our history. So you cannot erase it. You cannot
Message.
erase the impact that our history has on America today. And I know a lot of people say, get over it. Why are you speaking about it? Why are you still talking about it? Because it's still a part of us. We
Yeah,
haven't moved
and
forward.
ain't gonna leave. Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about people of color. I'm talking about everyone that I stand for as the person that I am and where I come from.
That's damn. That's deep. It's deep.
I want my work to live on way past my time on the universe.
It will. It will.
I want my work to be viewed 30 years from now, 40 years from now, 100 years from now, and I want people to say, wow,
Yo, Miss Scott, Miss Scott. I ain't gonna lie, Miss Scott. If you don't want this, can I have this? Or like, I want this. I want that piece. What can I do to get that piece right there? What can I do? I hope nobody bought that. Did somebody buy that?
say, wow.
Chad, this is art. Chad, this is art. This is art.
And making us aware of something, and she wasn't afraid to do it.
Chad.
If you don't know where you came from, and you don't know where you are, and you can't
I
find
am
out where you're going.
beyond proud of this. This whole 18-minute, 16-minute video right here on Miss Scott and her art and her journey in art, and a little bit of backstory. It's a blessing to see. I just learned some shit. I just learned a bunch of I just learned a lot from Miss Scott's video here. And again, I'm very appreciative of witnessing this, and then witnessing it in person too. Like, I got to see her make some of these things. some of these art pieces, not this specifically, but like the ones that like were like gearing up for something like this, gearing up for a video like this. So it's just like it's crazy to see. It's crazy to see. It's crazy to